Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Searcy High School welcomes you to Lion Arena in the Searcy Bank Classic for tonight's matchup between the Brookland Bearcats and your Searcy Lion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Brookland Bearcats. At guard, 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Pierce Adams. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 5, Toby Burns. At guard, a 6'6" junior, number 10, Lane Webster. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 23, Sawyer Wright. And at center, a 6'6" junior, number 32, Brody Robertson. The Bearcats are coached by Bobby Gross and assisted by Blake Thompson and Jordan Pickens. And now, Lion fans, on your feet. It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Searcy Lions. At forward, a 6'5" sophomore, number 1, Maddox Ball. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 2, Lawson Wimberly. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Jalen Clifton. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 4, Marion Hunt. And the man in the middle, a 6'7" junior, number 21, Quade King. The head coach of your Searcy Lions is Wayne Herron, assisted by Jeremiah Quattlebaum.
Last game of the tournament also will be an exciting one as we welcome you to Lion TV and Lion Arena here. Your Searcy Lions going against the Brookland Bearcats once again. I'm Jordan Jones, joining me, my partner here, Samuel Stubbs. Samuel, let's close off the day on a good note here.
Hopefully we can. The girls just picked up a big win over Brookland. Now the boys taking on Brookland, hoping to make it a Brookland sweep today in Lion Arena.
Boys 2-0, Brookland, I believe they're 2-1, 1-1. Oh, they're 1-1. They lost against Catholic. The boys beat Catholic. So I wonder what the outcome would be if the boys do lose this game, but let's not hope for that. 3-2 zone coming out for the Lions. You have King, Clifton, you have Ball, Wimberly, and Hunt. Had numbers and names on my roster a little mixed up, so I'm still learning here on the court who's actually on it. Swing it over to the right side. That's not going to go. Offensive board. Put back, not going to go. King, hand straight up. Not going to go that time. Another offensive board. Not going to go. Webster not going to get it. That time, Ball has it.
This is one of the few teams, Jordan, that matches up with Searcy from a height perspective. Got a couple of 6'6" kids, a lot of 5'11", 5'10", 6 foot on that roster. One of the few teams, and I think at least that I've seen them play so far, that can meet and match Searcy's height.
Should be an exciting matchup in the paint. King on the screen. Clifton, left corner, three-point shot. Not going to go. Jalen Clifton. Push-off foul is going to be called on Ball. It'll be his first of the game. It's going to be a war down below. So be sure to watch out in the paint all game long. Ball picks up his first foul. Kick it over in the corner. Tries to give it into the paint. Not going to go. Hand straight up. Blocked by Clifton. The putback not going to go as well. Rebounded from Quade.
Quade impacted that shot without even touching the basketball, or without maybe even meaning to touch the basketball. Just straight up. He's so tall at 6'7". He gets his hands on the ball even when he doesn't mean to.
Clifton rolling around. He's going to give it over to King by himself. See what he does here. Spin around, fade away. Going to work out for Quade. King finds his first points of the game. Maybe
not a typical shot you're going to see Quade taking. He usually likes to go for dunks and layups, but that one goes.
Speaking of goes, three-point shot. That's going to work out. I believe that's Pierce Adams. for the Bearcats.
It's a Brookland team that can shoot. I saw Lane Webster the other day. He can throw it down, but he can also shoot the 3 ball. He's 6'6". He hangs in the air for so long.
Off of the cut from Maddox. He'll find his first points of the game as well. Searcy leads by 1, 4-3. 5:30 remaining. Tipped away. The Lions come back up with it. Right corner, kick it back over to the wing. Webster's floater not gonna go as Wimberly comes up with the rebound. Clifton calling for it. Wimberly will hold it up top. Quaid has it over on the right wing. He's not gonna take it. 15 seconds here. Hunt will take it down below by himself. Marion Hunt with a strong finish.
Like to see Searcy do that. You got to go in amongst the trees if you're a guard. Marion did just that.
Webster's 3, not gonna go. Quaid blocked it. It's gonna stay here as Wimberly tried to save it.
I think Burns kind of surprised Quaid and everybody down there. Grabbing that offensive rebound.
Webster's probably gonna be the player to watch out for as he has it down below. Kick it over to the other middle.
Maybe a walk,
yeah. It will be a walk.
Might have walked twice.
As you mentioned, he could throw it down, but that jump shot gets some height off the ground. Clifton has it stolen away. Fans upset as Quaid was getting up. Quaid sat on the player. The fans were not too happy about that as the official was talking to him. Now they're going to go talk over to Coach Herron. As it's not ideal, but Quaid did come over the top. So when the foul was called, he was already on top of the man as he tried to save the ball. So interesting to see what they want to do here. And Searcy leads by 3, 4:03 remaining. They'll just let it play. Kick it over to the left wing for 3. Not going to go. Let it go. Coach wanted it to probably, but Hunt came up with it. He's going to give it over to Clifton. Clifton rolling around over to the right side. Looking to take it down below. Clifton give it over to Ball on that left side. Ball not going to work out.
Quaid tipped it in.
Yeah, tip in from Quaid King. That was an awkward tip I saw there. Goes in. 3-point shot. Right wing not going to go. Hit it the first time. Not going to get it the second. Hunt has it. Grew up with Marion. Marion does not panic usually. See his clear facial expression.
Yeah, Maddox wide open down there. Webster came off of him for just a minute.
Give it over to King. King calling for Wimberly to go over to the right, or left, sorry. Here's Ball for 3. Not gonna work out, almost rebounded from Hunt. Aaron calling for his player to get back. Webster, left corner 3 for Webster, not gonna go.
That's surprising to see from him. He gets so high up, it's like just reaching over and dropping that ball in a bucket for him.
One of the main reasons Catholic was able to defeat this Brookland team was because they were not allowing Brookland to get their shots up. And here's Webster all by himself. He'll throw it down.
He'll do that every time he has an opportunity to in the open court. Nothing Clifton can do there.
They're gonna call a foul on Quaid.
That's 2 already on him.
Is it 2?
I guess they didn't call the first one on him.
I don't know if he's saying he flopped. I don't know what would be the foul for that. But he was pressured down below. Clifton picks up his dribble. And Quaid is going to be getting targeted all game on both sides of the floor, but it will stay here. Searcy basketball. You have ball over on the left. Clifton rolling around. Now here's Clifton for 3. Goes up and in. Jalen Clifton.
That's a tough shot for Clifton, fading into the corner. Able to knock it down.
Need to have Clifton be able to shoot tonight. Making sure Webster in the left corner doesn't get it. Almost stolen away from ball. Pull-up jumper, not going to go. Rebounded by King.
Brookland not able to knock down shots here early. They're going to have to do that to beat the Searcy defense.
Clifton driving in. Floater, not going to go. Rebounded by the Bearcats. Have it now. Wimberly was going to challenge it. Said the layup's going to be up and in. That's Wright with the layup.
That was a really nice job by Wright to coil around Wimberly. Somehow avoid Quaid blocking that shot.
Wimberly kicking it over to Ball. Hunt wants it. He's going to get it to Quaid. Quaid with the layup. Oh, bounces around.
Big missed opportunity.
Got to make those. Simple as that. Just got to make those layups. Under a minute to play here in the first. Three-point shot, not going to go. Rebounded by Ball.
It was a deep 3 by Wright. He had some space.
Wimberly has it in the backcourt, looking to give it to Clifton. Clifton, he's going to be denied from the basketball. Turnover, Searcy. Hart, along with Goodman, will check in for Ball and Hunt. They're going to call a tech on Quaid.
I think they asked him, they said 21, get the ball, and he just kind of looked at him and smiled, and that earned him a technical. Coach here none too pleased, and he'll sit.
Not once you went there early. Quaid's going to be the man you want to stay in the game. If there's anybody you do not want in foul trouble, it's Quaid.
They're not going to give Quaid the benefit of the doubt down low now. Been John with the officials here early, and that time earned himself a technical.
Both free throws are going to go.
You go from your ball up 4 with 27 seconds left to now you're only up 2, and if Brookland can tie or take the lead here, that could be a big 5-point swing.
As Brookland will probably hold. You have 2 screens. Picking up the ball is Clifton. Almost came up with it, right for 3. Not gonna go. They're not gonna count it. I believe it might have bounced up and hit the shot clock. So after 1, Lions lead by 2. Sloppy first quarter. Not the one you want if you're Coach Herron. It doesn't matter if you do have the lead. It's not the lead you want.
Yeah, that was a tumultuous ending to the quarter. You're going to need Quaid King down the stretch. And I think he only has 1 foul, maybe 2, but the technical, that hurts. Now you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Quaid isn't. Searcy probably isn't. But you're right. A little sloppy in that first quarter. Love to see Jalen Clifton get going. Made that fadeaway corner 3. Like to get him some more open looks.
Yeah, Clifton's also going to be the other key player in this game. Clifton just has to knock down all the opportunities he takes. You had Quaid for 2 down there. You needed that layup. That was crucial. Every shot's going to be crucial in this game. But just like last game, I think this game is definitely going to be a defensive battle.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Defensive slugfest. Which team makes the least amount of mistakes? Which team turns the basketball over more? Which team can make the tough shot that the other team can't?
You have Wimberly, who kind of got a little pressured as he was bringing the ball up court. But coming out of the timeout, you'll have the Lions coming in here. With Wimberly, you have Davis checking in the game. You have Goodman, you have Hart, and you also have Clifton. Here's Davis for three in the left corner. Not going to go for Davis. Rebounded by Wimberly. Wimberly goes up nice and strong. Lawson Wimberly on the putback.
Really nice job by Lawson, skying for that offensive board in the middle of a bunch of Bearcats.
Timeout Brooklyn. You also saw Lawson. He didn't go up immediately. He delayed his jump. A lot of the other players, they went up as soon as they saw the ball hit off the rim. But Lawson, he delayed it, knowing that the height matchup, he's not going to win it. Yeah. So he has to find a way to make sure that they'll be up at the same height. So that's why he delayed his jump and able to bring it back down. He had the putback there. Nice job once again from Wimberly.
Yeah, Brooklyn's height's definitely going to be a factor in this game because Searcy most started game this year, Jordan. They've gone into it and they've had the decisive height advantage here. I don't really think there is a height advantage for either team. I think they're both evenly matched. Searcy has more numbers, don't have exactly the height that Brooklyn does. They're two 6'6" players. But that's certainly impacting the way Searcy's playing. Impacted that decision by Lawson, but it worked out.
Adams with the ball. Give it to Robertson. Had the mismatch down below. Here's Adams with the ball. Left wing three. Not going to go. Rebounded by Webster. Offensive board. Had it tipped away. Once again, Adams going up. He'll be fouled. See who they charge it to. Going to charge it to Goodman. No, they're going to charge it to Davis. It'll be his first. We have King with 2 and Davis with 1. As the first shot is good. Cuts it down to 3. And now Adams looking to make it 2. It's not going to go. Nobody was there for the board. It's going to stay here. Great effort from Wimberly.
Appreciate Lawson propping up our camera over there, making sure it didn't tumble to the ground. I'm sure Mr. Bowman appreciates that too. Saved us about $2 grand.
Get it down below was Adams. Stolen away. Goodman has it. He's going to get it to Clifton. We appreciate Wimberly for that, Samuel, as you mentioned. Sure, Bowman did break a sweat there.
Yeah, new line of the week right there for that.
And here's Wimberly. Here's Davis. Left side, three-point shot. Not going to go. Almost a tie-up for the rebound.
Searcy's bigs might feel like because of this height, equal height matchup, they might have to take some outside shots. That's not necessarily the case. We've seen Goodman and Davis forcing up some shots that might not be in Searcy's best interest. So you can still drive inside, even if you're at a little bit of a height disadvantage. Still allowed to drive inside if you need to.
He's right with the basketball. Adams. Three-point shot. Ooh, rolls in and out. For right. Here's Clifton. Turn around. Ooh, there's the foul. He's going to get it called for him. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be charged to Burns, his first. Clifton's free throw is good for the first. Second will go as well. Here's Adams. Give it back over to right up the top. 3-2 zone once again for the Lions. We have a man swinging to the left corner. Lions see it. Take advantage. Here's Wright again. Giving it back and forth. They're letting the players down below to create their own space. That's why they're drawing time. Jump shot not going to go. Rebounded by Clifton. Ball's poked out. It'll stay here. 5:49 remaining here in the half. Both teams only with 1 foul in the quarter.
Interesting to see how long Quaid sits. Sure, that technical foul might have something to do with Coach Aaron's decision here regarding that, but
Putback will go for Goodman as Clifton's three. We'll call that a pass.
yeah.
As he made both defenders miss. So that is the ideal shot in the corner. Just didn't go his way.
Saw him knock one of those down in the first quarter.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. Here's Robertson. Kicking over to right, guarded by Davis. Adams. Webster for three, not gonna go. Goodman has it.
Webster's airballed a couple of threes. That's really out of character for him. Watching him play this week, watching him warm up this afternoon, he can definitely shoot.
Tipped by Webster as Goodman tried to take the shot. And here's Adams for three, not gonna go. Timeout by Coach Herron. Sloppy on both sides of the floor. Searcy still has that 7-point lead. Better be glad if you're Coach Herron that Brookland didn't take advantage of your mistakes as they missed a couple of shots themselves. I don't think both coaches are too happy about the way their teams are playing right now. But like I said earlier, Searcy still holds the lead 17-10 here in the second quarter. 4:37 to play. You have King with 2 fouls. You have, as well as Davis with 1. I believe that's it for Searcy. But for Brookland, you have Wright. He's going to be the man that shoots those threes for sure. Missed the last one, but he also had the shot to get things going there at the start of the game. So that defense, it's been applying pressure pretty well here so far for Searcy. So you got to keep it up here heading into the half, as I'm sure game plans might change a little. You have different lineups coming in now. You don't have Quaid in, as you mentioned, Samuel. Haven't seen Ball back in the game as well so far. So Searcy got to create that pressure and create momentum without him.
I think Searcy, the one thing that's still a little confusing to me, Jordan, is that you have Goodman and Davis, mainly Goodman, though, trying to shoot some of these threes. It's not a bad thing. We know they can shoot the basketball, but when you're 6'1", you're 6'2", drive inside, try to get fouled. Because sometimes it's just not your day shooting. You got to recognize that.
That's right. Not only is Webster 6'6", those arms are very long. So I really just don't agree with the decision to take any type of jump shot if he's on you, if you're not driving in to try to create a foul. As Clifton will bring it up for Searcy. Mismatch down below. You had Goodman. He'll come up top for it. Ooh, went off of the foot of Davis. Instead, it'll be stolen away by the Bearcats. And they'll just give it to Adams back up top.
Had Webster open.
Webster's mid-range is not going to go. It's hit out of bounds by Webster. It'll be Searcy basketball. Clifton has it now. You have Smith checking in the game as well as Davis just threw it out. Ball will check in for Goodman. Bearcats making some substitutions as well. Can't give you the names who don't have the right sheet. They'll kick it over to the corner. 3-point shot from the Bearcats. Not going to go. Tipped out by Davis. As Webster went up for the board. Sorry, it'll be tipped out of bounds by Brookland. It'll be Searcy basketball. 3:30 to play here in the first half. You have Clifton with the ball. You have Smith coming up on that left side. He'll get it. Had Clifton down below. So what he does, fade away, turnaround jump shot, almost in, but it will bounce out on the left side, rebounded by the Bearcats. They got it down below to Robertson. And it'll go up and in.
Robertson comes up a little gimpy, limping a little bit back down the floor, but that was a nice job by him to twist his way inside and score.
Pressured on the inside was Ball as he went up for the layup. He will not get the foul called for him. It'll go out of bounds. The Bearcat basketball once again.
Robertson still grimacing. He went down to the floor hard. Everybody in this place heard it.
Here's Burns with the basketball. Webster to his left, hesitates on the three. He doesn't take it. They'll take this three-point shot. Not gonna go, rebounded by, see, Ball had it. Davis comes up with it. You have Smith tried to give it over to Ball, and Ball hit it off of the player. That's nice improv there from Maddox. Ball hitting it off the player's foot as it rolls out of bounds. Searcy, it'll remain here, Searcy basketball.
Good job there by Smith. Good court vision pass. Had a little too much mustard on it, but able to get it back to Ball. And his improvisation worked.
Need to do anything. Every possession matters. So you have rolling around. You have Davis, stolen away by the Bearcats. Not the pass you want to make. And Wimberly will commit the foul. Brookland will go to the line to shoot 2. I had him down for 1. They'll say that's his first. No, I had him down for nothing, sorry. It will be his first. Siler's first won't go. Second won't. Rebounded by the Lions. And here's Clifton bringing it up court. You have Smith in the left corner. Spin around, jump shot, Jalen Clifton. Not going to go once again. Rebounded by Smith. There's those hops that I was talking about the previous game. They call a foul. They will call a foul. Charge to Archer. And Wright will check back in for the Bearcats. Clifton to take the ball out for Searcy. Driving inside is Ball. Kick it out to Davis. Davis on the right side. Turnover by, they're going to say it's going to stay here. And Hunt will check in for Wimberly. They're going to say it was tipped away by Webster. Coach is telling him, just get it to Hunt. And Hunt with the basketball. I don't know if he was trying to give it to Davis or Ball, but it'll result in a foul. Searcy, you got to find a way to get this offensive momentum going.
And neither team able to get into a rhythm offensively, especially Searcy.
Davis picks up his second. You have Whittington checking in for the first time here today for Davis. Searcy leads 17-12 here. 1:42 remaining here in the second. As Wright brings the ball up court. Here's Burns up top. Kick it on over to Seiler. Corner is Wright. Seiler pressure by Ball. There's Burns once again, this time in the left. Webster down below. 3-point shot taken by Burns, not gonna go. Nobody there to rebound for Searcy. Adams hesitates the three, but Burns take another one, not gonna go. Another offensive board by Webster. Not gonna go, stolen away, Smith has it. Clifton, deep three, Jalen Clifton, not gonna go. Almost rebounded from Ball, just hit it off the glass. Webster has it, and transition now is Webster. Hunt thought about, they will call a late block. What they call it on Hunt? Hunt set up to take the charge, but then he didn't take the charge.
Webster had a man in the corner for a wide open three. He could have passed it out to if he chose. I thought that was a charge from my vantage point.
First free throw was good for Webster. As Goodman checks back in for Ball.
Some missed opportunities in his first half, Jordan. Searcy hasn't played great, but it really feels like they could be up 10 or 15 right now. Instead, it's a 4-point game.
Second free throw won't go. It was rebounded by Goodman. Now here's Clifton, 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Smith, looking on over to Hunt. Got Clifton in the corner. Goodman has to get it to him, and he will. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clifton had to throw up something. Hunt with the rebound. Put back not going to go. Rebounded by Whittington. Not going to go as well. Rebounded by Seiler as he brings it up court, and that'll do it for the first half. And after the first half, Searcy will lead 17-13. So we'll have a 10-minute break, but after we will get a word with Coach Herron about his thoughts on this first half for the Lions. And let's get ready to send it over to Samuel with Coach Herron.
Coach, offense seemed a little bit sloppy, especially towards the end of that first half. What do you got to do to get your offense in rhythm?
Well, third game in 5 days, it's always going to be a little sloppy. Both teams are a little tired. Got to do a better job of executing, screens away from the ball, cuts, just little stuff that we got to take care of.
We saw Quaid pick up that technical foul in the first quarter. What did you say to him when he came back to the bench?
That he has to be smarter than that. That's absolutely unacceptable.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Jordan?
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Samuel. Once again, after the first half, Searcy leads by a score of 17-13. Should be an exciting second half for both teams. See what they come out and what the game plan will be. We'll see you back here. You're watching Searcy Lion basketball here on Lion TV. Defense is the name of the game as we welcome you back here to Lion Arena as we get ready to get started here in this third quarter. Lions lead 17-13. I'm Jordan Jones. Joining me once again, Samuel Stubbs. Samuel, this is it right here for the Bank Classic. You got to make a good second half after the sloppy first half.
It is. Defensive slugfest, like you mentioned, Jordan. We got a football score here. We're on pace for 34-26. So hopefully these two teams can provide us with a little more offense. But like Coach Aaron said at half, third game in 5 days for these teams. You got to be tired. It's completely understandable that the ball's not going through the hoop like they wanted to.
Try to get it inside to Webster. Stolen away by Davis. He'll get it to Clifton to get this offense rolling for the Lions. This ball rolls around. Was looking for Lawson. Got to get it to Lawson to get the rest of your play started. Coach telling his players to run it. Here's Davis over on the left wing. Drives inside. Here's Davis with a three. Braden Davis. I don't think that's the shot Coach Heron wanted, but you saw him smile after he saw it go in.
No. Okay, yes, great shot. Believed in me the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love those reactions from coaches.
That shot wasn't dropping for him in the first half, but good to see it drop that time. Oh.
They're going to call a jump. Believe they will.
Webster, I guess, accidentally slung Lawson to the floor with the basketball there.
It'll be Searcy basketball after the tie-up. Searcy leads now 20-13. 7 minutes remaining in the third. Here's Hunt on the left side, rolling. Hunt driving in once again. Marion Hunt with the rim. Had one earlier. Brookland will call an early timeout. 6:48 remaining in the third. Nice job there from Marion Hunt, driving in strong. Saw him do it in the first half, and when he sees that lane wide open and they're focused too much on that zone defense, he'll take advantage of it, and he did just that.
Yeah, it's why you like to have a player like him that's so explosive. When he sees a lane, he gets to it, and he can finish at the rim, too.
Always love to have a player like that on your team. You had Braden Davis with a deep three-point shot that went in for Searcy. And for the second half, if you're Searcy, you just expect probably Maddox Ball to play some strong defense down below. They don't have King, and Clifton also has to get hot. If you can make Brookland heavily guard Clifton like you had Catholic doing at one point, then somebody's going to be open, and that's where you can take advantage. You can set your screens down below, probably have somebody cut inside, cut to the rim as well, and that's where you find a lot of these shots. You got to have a player to be focused on a lot like that. That player could be definitely Jalen Clifton. Just got to see him get hot tonight.
Yeah, the first team that finds any semblance of offense is probably going to be the team that wins this game. So far in the third, it's been Searcy, but points are at a premium. If you can go on a little bit of a scoring run, might not be big in a, I guess, normal game, but in a game like this where it's a defensive battle, every bucket counts.
3-2 zone. Webster for three on the left corner. Not going to go. Rebounded by Wimberly.
One of those is going to go for him eventually, and he could get hot because of it, but it's good if you're Searcy that he's still missing.
Here's Hunt for three on the left. Not going to go for Marion. Rebounded by Wright. Was looking for Webster. Both players crashed down. Not the ideal thing you want to do there. It's tipped out of bounds by Wright. Clifton touched it as well, but it will be Searcy basketball.
Wright knocked down a three in the first quarter. Hasn't done much since offensively.
Davis on the left. Makes a man miss. Driving. Here's ball for three on the left. Doesn't go in for Maddox. Searcy struggling on the threes so far. And your offense revolves around driving on the inside. You have the height mismatch, so it's not going to work out the way you want to. As he drives in, kicks it out up top, three-point shot, goes in. That's Burns for three.
Brooklyn finally got a wide open look that time. Burns knocked it down.
Here's Clifton, makes a man miss. Jalen Clifton had to throw something up after he split defenders, doesn't go in. Throws it out of bounds, turnover on Brookland, Searcy basketball. Clifton was very upset about that. Coach Heron just telling him just to play basketball. Can't get too heated. You saw what happened earlier.
Don't need another technical foul. So we don't see Quaid on the bench. We didn't see him at halftime, Jordan. Still don't see him over there on the Searcy sideline. He's not in the ball game.
Clifton bringing it up top, 5:17 to play here in the third. Davis up top, kicking on over to Wimberly. Wimberly looking for Clifton on the left. Clifton had it, lost it, and comes up with it. As Heron calls a timeout after Clifton was forced to fall to the floor. He came up with the ball and to save the possession, instead of having the jump ball called, Searcy will call a timeout. If it was a jump ball called, it would have been Brookland basketball, so good job there from Coach Heron.
Smart play there. Still a little sloppy. Saw Searcy knock down a couple shots. Brookland has 2, but it's not a lot of rhythm offensively for either team. Not able to put together multiple successful possessions in succession.
Searcy defense still working out well. Crumbled a bit as Burns hit that 3 for Brookland. But so far, both teams struggling from outside the arc. And the inside has had some problems as well. Players driving inside, not hitting the shots they want. We saw Webster in warm-ups. He can do it all. He can dunk, he can shoot threes, drive inside, do whatever he wants. But Searcy, they've been denying him tonight, and that's been big. Here's Ball driving inside. Will he take it? He will. Nothing called on Maddox. Going to the floor now. Players come up with it. Hunt has it. Give it back to Ball. They're going to call a foul on the floor.
Brookland's coach better be careful. He'll end up in the same boat as Quaid. As Quaid sits back down on the bench.
Inbounding the ball is Clifton. Was looking to get it to Wimberly.
Ooh, it hit off his head.
Here's Davis. Spin around layup on the left side. Goes in for Braden Davis. Sloppy third quarter.
I think you need to give Lawson an assist for that. It was maybe an inadvertent assist, but it hit off his head and ended up right in the hands of Davis, who scored.
Lawson didn't want to get in the crowd there as he stayed on the ground after he fell. Wright will check in, and Seiler will take a break as Adams will inbound the ball for the Bearcats. And here's Burns. Kick it over to Archer. Adams giving it over to Burns. Burns rolls around the screen. 3-point shot from Burns. Not going to go. Rebounded by the Lions. Ball has it. Jump ball or a foul. They'll call a reach foul, I believe. They will. Second foul on Adams. Adams picking up 2 quickly under 30 seconds.
That was a jump ball. Would have been Brookland ball. That's why their bench was so upset with that call.
4:20 to play in the third. Searcy leads 24-16. Brookland with only 2 fouls in the quarter. Searcy with none. And here's Clifton now. Got to play strong on both sides of the floor. Had Davis down below. Davis, he'll put up a floater. That goes in. Braden Davis. Davis coming alive in the third.
Good to see. Kind of struggled in the first half shooting the basketball. But knocked down that 3. Couple layups here for him. He's got 7.5.
Threw the ball away. It was intended for Burns, but Burns tried to roll around the screen from Webster. Turned over Brookland. Searcy basketball.
Sloppiness is kind of all one-sided now. It's really Brookland making all the mistakes. I said earlier, Jordan, the first team to start putting together some offensive possessions was probably going to win, probably going to pull away. That's Searcy right now, making those, having those good offensive possessions, and it's Brookland under pressure making mistakes.
Seiler checks in for Archer. Give it to Clifton on the left side. Ball called for it down below. Clifton finds Hunt. And Hunt, give it to Wimberly on the inside. Nice pass from Marion Hunt, and nice put in for a loss in Wimberly.
Searcy attacking Brookland on the inside. Bearcats have no answer right now.
Nice job putting it inside there, Lawson. First year playing for this team. He's been effective.
It's been an 11-3 spurt for Searcy here to start this second half.
Nice effort there from Hunt as he tried to save the ball. And this is the Searcy team that we would love to see have the same energy and momentum throughout the rest of this game. They lead 28-16 here And everybody's coming alive. Everybody's putting in the effort.
High intensity basketball, especially on the defensive end right now for Searcy.
3-point shot from Wright. Goes down. There he is, the man who started the game. As he checks back in, he'll continue. The Bearcats will call another timeout. Their second. Have 2 remaining. Searcy with 3 timeouts. Searcy, Brookland, they're going to be able to shoot the threes even though they haven't been able to knock them down all night. That doesn't mean that they still can't shoot. You can't just assume that because they haven't been knocking them down, they're not going to knock any more down. So you still got to play passive on defense.
3-point barrage is going to happen eventually. You got to weather the storm. Searcy's done that so far. Kept them off the 3-point line, but they finally knocked one down there.
For Searcy, we would come back in with Wimberly. Wimberly, like I said earlier, this is his first year playing for this ball team. And Wimberly, he started every game. He's been effective. He's shown why he needs to be on this team. And if there's another point guard besides Clifton who can take care of the ball, Wimberly has definitely done so. Not afraid to drive it inside as well. And that's a player that you want on your team if you're any coach.
It's a big part of the Searcy team, Jordan, is depth. And when you have a guy like Jalen Clifton, yeah, he's great, but, you know, like we were talking about in the girls' game with Chip, what if he gets injured? What if he fouls out? Got to have that number 2 point guard to step up. I wouldn't even really call Wimberly the number 2 point guard. He's more like option 1B. He's just as good, just wearing a different jersey number. But Lawson certainly a great asset to this team. Provides some peace, some maturity, some calmness, some tameness, and handles the basketball really well.
Clifton will pick up his first foul off of a push-off. Rare offensive foul. Right, another 3, not gonna go. Rebounded by Wimberly. Wimberly has it. Coach telling Clifton, make sure you get the ball and get this play started. Here's Wimberly driving inside. Was looking for a foul, not gonna get one.
Brookland finally put up some resistance when Searcy drove to the hoop that time.
Stolen away from Clifton. Here's Jalen Clifton. He'll take the layup. See the girls exiting on your screen, getting ready for the Christmas parade that's also tonight. I'm sure a lot of people couldn't make it for that reason. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. As a tie-up down below, will they call a tie-up? They will. It'll be a jump ball, so it will stay here. Rather get the jump ball while the other team has the possession. And checking in for the Lions, you have Trent Hart, Jeremiah Goodman, Marion Hunt, and Maddox Ball will take a break.
Festive day in Searcy today. A couple of pair of Lions wins would make that even more so. Already got one down, looking for another.
Three-two zone. You have a man in the corner. Won't take it. Adams, give it back to Burns. Burns, pull-up jump shot 3. Not going to go. Shot clock violation. It'll be Searcy basketball. Good job on the defensive stop.
Yeah, Searcy's defense, that is, has just been overwhelming Brookland here to the second half. Not much rhythm, just not able to get any shots to go.
Here's Hart with the basketball over on the left. Davis makes a man miss. Here's Wimberly, left wing, not going to take it. Was looking to give it to Hart. Instead, throws it out of bounds. Turnover on Searcy.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Trenton cut, and I don't think Lawson was expecting him to go to the wing. I think he was expecting him to stay inside, try to get a reverse layup to go.
Give it over to the middle. Burns, step back, not going to take it. He's going to kick it over to the corner. Adams, give it back to Burns. Now another corner. Give it on the inside. That's what you want to prevent. Foul is going to be called on the Lions, I believe. Let's see who they charge it to. Wimberly will pick up his second. Clifton went to get the steal. He won't. As he hesitated there. You have another man in the left corner. Nobody's there for the Lions. That left side is open. As now Burns will drive inside, or sorry, that was Adams. He gives it to Burns, who drives inside this time on that left. Layup up and in.
That was good defensive rotation by Searcy, making sure Brookland couldn't get off a three, but often what that leads to is you bite in on a shot fake, and that time it ended up in a layup as Whittington gets it to check in at the next whistle.
Clifton will hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Searcy leads by 9. So now they look to extend it. Here's Wimberly up top. 5 seconds left. Hart has it. Has to make a move. Trent Hart for 3 up top. Goes in for Trent Hart. That young man can definitely shoot. Trent Hart getting his first points of the night in an explosive way, as after the third, Searcy Lions, they will lead 33-21 as we head into the fourth.
Searcy scored 17 points in the first half. They scored 16 in that quarter. Much better offense. Defense was really good. Had a couple of plays at wide open three, at the layup late, where maybe you wish there was more resistance there for Searcy, but overall a really good quarter, and they just got to close it out. Like they've done all week, though, both teams, both the girls and the boys, have really gotten out to these double-digit leads or these 8-9 point leads where you just feel like they've kind of had control, at least if not for the whole game, for most of the second half, and that's going to help you.
Definitely going to help you. You just got to close out strong. You're at that point now. Before coming into today, both teams were 2-0 in the tournament. Girls won their part. They go up 3-0, close out the tournament that way. Boys looking to do the same way. Boys had an explosive first night, defeating Catholic, which before had a 5-year drought then. Was able to pick up the win there. Then they move on to Lone Oak. And Lone Oak, that was just a test for the Lions, making sure how good actually is this team on the defensive side of things when it gets a really good shooting team, and Lone Oak came out with the win that time. And now you have another test. Now you're evenly matched, if not maybe a little bit outmatched in the height perspective. And Lions, they've been able to hold the lead so far, so really nice job on both sides of the floor. Second quarter, first half in general was a bit shaky, but very solid third quarter for the Lions.
You hold on and you win this game, Jordan, and even if it's not in dominant fashion, but especially if they do continue to extend this lead, a lot of people, not just in White County, not just in Searcy, not just in this conference, a lot of people out in the state of Arkansas are going to start taking a look at this Searcy Lions basketball team as a contender.
Here's Clifton. He's going to give it over to Wimberly. Whittington, who checked in, is going to give it over to Hart. Give it back to Whittington. Look, now they're pressuring Lions on the defensive side of things. Here's Clifton. What a pass from Clifton was intended for Wimberly. We'll go the other way.
Brookland's coach inquiring about who was guarding Wimberly that time. Didn't like how open he was.
Adams and Burns playing hot potato in the backcourt while screens are being applied down below. Or they're going to call a foul on Goodman. Goodman will get his first. Adams guarded by Clifton. Clifton is looking to poke the ball out a little bit. Adams on the left side, give it over to the corner, deflected by Goodman. Over in the top now is Burns. Has Adams to his left. Burns will not take the three. Instead, make a man miss and hand it over to the inside. Rebounded. Ooh, offensive board. Crucial. Count the basket. And they'll go to the line to shoot two.
Well, much like Lawson had an inadvertent assist that time. I couldn't see who it was from Brookland that tipped that ball around, but he just kind of accidentally tapped it backwards and ends up in the hands of just Laird for Brookland. Converts the layup.
Searcy's lead now gets cut down slightly to 9. Here's Hart with the basketball. Whittington over to his right. Has Goodman in the middle. He'll give it to Hart over in the left corner. Trent Hart for 3. Once again, Trent Hart.
Scored the last 6 Searcy points. Quaid going to get set to come back in for the first time since the first half, and I believe the first quarter.
Down below, it was well guarded, but even better layup. Searcy leads by 10s. Now we're under 6 to play here in the fourth. Clifton has it. He's going to give it over to Whittington. Gives it back to Clifton. Clifton driving to the inside. Clifton slid a little bit as he was looking to stop, have that pivot foot turn around for a jump shot. King will check in for Whittington. Here's Burns in the up court, or back court. Now Clifton swings on over to him. Put a hand up, Trent Hart did. Rebounded by King. There's that height that you need. A late foul. Clifton, he'll go to the line to shoot 2. See they call it and charge it to. Burns will pick up his second of the game. Clifton will shoot free throws for Searcy. And his first is good. Second will go in as well. Wright will check in for Archer.
This team's just trading baskets right now. Searcy's still maintaining their lead, which is good. Brookland not able to really cut too much into that deficit.
Clifton had a feeling it was going to go there, but chooses to stay back. Now in the right corner is Adams. Give it over to Wright. He gives it over to Burns on the left. Have Adams down below. Kick it back up top for Wright. There's the shooter, and it goes in for Sawyer Wright.
Brookland starting to punch back now. If these threes start falling, this 9-point lead for Searcy is going to be gone in a heartbeat. You can use Quaid again on the offensive end, which you haven't been able to do since the first quarter.
King has it now. Give it back over to Clifton. Give it to Wimberly in the corner. He'll drive inside. Layup won't go.
Quaid has a 6-inch height advantage on the man that was guarding them that time. That was Laird for Brookland guarding Quaid, and big height advantage. Wouldn't mind seeing Searcy use that to their advantage.
It's a big offensive possession for Searcy. Brookland will have it as Searcy lead is only down to 9. Here's Burns, rolls around the screen. Make sure you want to stop Sawyer Wright. On the 3-point shots, as now he'll be in the right corner, looking for him. Deep 3 from Burns will go. Searcy, now it's down to 6. Timeout Lions. Now these threes are starting to fall for Brookland. Finally have been able to come alive in this fourth quarter, especially when both teams will need it most. And now it's Searcy's turn to adapt to these situations and see what they come out and do.
Yeah, Searcy's defense got to get a little more active, and they're doing a good job. You can't fault them too much, Jordan, because they're keeping Brookland out of the lane. They're not giving them anything easy on the inside. But when you got a shooter like Burns that can just shoot it and knock it down a 3 from 35 feet away, not much you can do. It's great defense and even greater offense right there for Brookland. So Searcy's going to deny the basketball on the outside, and offensively, I wouldn't mind seeing him give Quaid a paint touch or 2. Draw defenders to him, kick it out, maybe have Clifton or somebody shoot a 3.
Burns and Wright have been the duo in this fourth quarter here so far, both of them knocking down threes that their team definitely needs. 3:44 to play here in the fourth. Searcy has 2 fouls, Brookland with only 1. So the bonus, that might be the question as we get down to the wire. Who will hold the lead and force the other team to foul? Or who knows, maybe we'll be tied and both teams may not need to foul at all, and they'll have to put up some crucial shots to try to close out this game. It'll be Searcy basketball. They come in with Goodman. You have Wimberly, Clifton, King, and Hart in the ball game for the Lions.
Similar to the Catholic game, I think on Tuesday night, Jordan. Searcy had a big lead in the fourth quarter. Catholic started chopping it down. Now, they did it much later than Brookland did. I think it was like 2 minutes left, minute and a half, but Brookland firing back here.
The putback for King's not going to go. Had a clean look.
Not his night. Missed one in the first half. Wide open layup like that. Missed another. Golden opportunity for Searcy missed.
Searcy leads by 6. 3:10 remaining here.
Clifton got away with one there. Got away with the reach.
Now they will charge it to Clifton. That's his second screen. He really wanted to get around the screen.
Searcy 2 fouls away from putting Brookland in the bonus.
Whew. They will call it travel. It was almost getting improv from right. He was going to take the 3, but he was heavily contested. So it'll be Searcy basketball.
Looked a little unsure when he took that shot. Searcy not going to give many open looks, though, because they know what happens when they do.
There's Wimberly in the backcourt. He will be fouled by Wright. It'll be Wright's first of the game. Clifton gives it to Wimberly. Wimberly tried to give it on the inside. Wimberly struggling now in the backcourt for Searcy.
The turnovers, they bit Searcy a little bit in the first half, really biting them now late in the game. 1 turnover really equals 5. Your mistakes are just magnified in moments like these. Yeah, right, if they want them on that corner.
Give it to Wright, give it to Adams, and now give it to Burns. Burns, he'll take the 3.
Oh my goodness.
Burns, cutting it down to 3.
Maddox is going to check in. Maybe they'll get him on Burns. They need to get somebody on Burns because he's turned into prime Stephen Curry before our eyes.
Oh yeah, and here we go, Samuel, under 2 to play here in the game.
This is where you forge a legacy.
Here's King for 3 in the right corner. Not gonna go for Quaid. Big offensive possession now for the Bearcats.
You remember when this is a 12-point game, Jordan? So do I. Happens in the blink of an eye. And I think it is a 9-0 run now for Brookland. All on 3s.
Give it down below. Burns hesitates on the 3, drives inside. Adams doesn't take it. They're gonna call a foul. Will it be on Clifton? It will. Clifton with 3.
You can cut the tension in this arena with a butter knife. Searcy seemed like they had this game in hand. I was thinking that way too, and then Brookland has come on with an onslaught of 3-point baskets here late.
Here's Burns with the basketball. 2 screens in the middle. Right over on his right side. Burns guarded heavily by Davis.
And Davis is not going to give him any room to get off a 3, no matter how far away he is.
Not gonna go. Offensive board. Here's Wright for 3. Not gonna go. It's hit off of the Searcy player. It will stay here. Brookland basketball, 45 seconds.
Give a team like Brookland opportunities, they're going to pounce on them, Jordan.
Stolen away from Maddox ball. That's exactly what you need. Clifton, fast break all by himself. You need a basket.
Oh, don't call charge.
They will count it. Count the basket. Clifton will go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. And Samuel, that's huge.
Certainly not the dagger, but that's a huge play. Goodness, what a drive by Clifton. 2 guys draped all over him. Lucky that wasn't called a charge. Great job by Clifton to finish through contact.
Clifton's free throw will go. Now you got a 6-point game again. Brookland, they need a 3. Coach yelling at Clifton, do not foul. And Brookland, they will call a timeout. That's the decision you need to make if you're the Brookland head coach. See Heron talking to Clifton. See Heron talking to Clifton, even though just yelled at him aggressively. Hey, we want to win this ball game. You want to win the Bank Classic. Hey, I don't need you fouling right now.
Yeah, don't need you to foul, because that 5th foul would put Brookland in the bonus, give them opportunities to score. The clock stopped. Not something you can afford at this point.
Oh yeah, not at all. And Searcy, 33.8 seconds. Now you just got to play smart. Probably don't want to foul at all. I'm sure if Brookland gets a shot, let's say they make the shot, they're going to come out in that full court press. Searcy, they need to get the basketball in quickly. You have to have everybody come up to the backcourt, see who can to get the ball. You're going to make them force a foul. They do have 1 foul to give before they try to put Searcy in the bonus.
Good news is for Searcy, and the bad news for Brookland is that Brookland has a lot of fouls to give. You ask, why is that bad? You're not putting Searcy in the bonus. They might have to do that. Make her miss on this shot. If they can't get a steal, they have to stop the clock. They got to extend the basketball game. So I think they only have 1 foul to their name right now. That'd be really big. Searcy can just waste more clock. We saw that happen in the Catholic game Tuesday night. Searcy got probably an extra 6 or 7 seconds out of that clock just because they didn't have to, because Brookland had to foul.
Here's Burns for Brookland after the inbounded pass. Under 30. They need a shot. Do not foul if you're Searcy. You have Wright in the corner. Deflected out of bounds by Wimberly.
That's huge by Lawson deflecting that ball, because Wright would have been open for a 3.
Here's Burns once again, rolling around the screens. Give it to Wright in the corner. That goes. And Brookland calls a timeout. 17.6 remaining here in the 4th. Searcy leads by 3. Thank goodness Jalen Clifton made those free throws.
See, you saw the back of that Brookland assistant shirt said "make them believe," and credit to them. Even if they come out and losing into this game, they've done a tremendous job fighting back. 4 or 5 minutes ago, Jordan, it was a 12-point game. Thinking, all right, Searcy going to ride into the sunset, take home a 3-0 week at home. That might be the case. We don't know yet. It's still 17.6 to go. But Brookland's done a great job fighting back. Searcy has done a good job answering. Clifton, really, that 3-point play is the difference in the game right now, because if he doesn't make that, if he doesn't convert that, we're tied. So
this 17.6 seconds is probably going to feel like 3 minutes, because the way that both teams are going to be crashing on the other side of the floor, this full court press is going to determine, can Searcy inbound the ball? That's the question here late. That's all you got to do. They're going to foul, but they do have 1 foul to give. So you don't only need 1. You probably need 2 plays that you need to inbound the basketball. Who will set what screen where, and who do you want to get the ball? You might try to cause some misdirection, make them think that you want to give Clifton the ball. Instead, give it to somebody else. So it's going to be big coming out of this timeout for both teams.
You got to inbound the basketball. You got to knock down your free throws, because getting fouled in this situation doesn't mean all that much if you don't make your free throws.
To inbound the basketball is Ball.
Really can't let Brookland get a steal and fire off an easy shot.
Clifton got it. Be a foul called. 1 more.
Took 9/10 of a second off the clock. Every 10th of a second matters.
Once again, thought Clifton might have had a clean look. It's hit out of bounds. Still going to be Searcy ball. You had Trent Hart.
I was scared for a second. I thought that ball might have glanced off Marion, and if it did, it would have been Brookland ball.
Oh, yeah. Scary for a second. It's going to be Searcy basketball. Now Coach Heron will call a timeout to have his players draw up another play to inbound the ball. That's all you got to do. Just got to inbound the basketball. It doesn't seem hard, right? Then you're wrong, because it is. It's extremely hard in a close game like this.
Especially under the goal. When you got that basket right there, you can't overhead it, because it's going to hit off the backboard, and then it's the other team's ball anyway. So that's tough, especially if you're a taller inbounder. With Searcy's, you got Lawson, Quaid, anybody they want to inbound the ball probably will be 6 foot plus. So
exactly. Also, when they inbound the ball, you're at the point of the game where if I'm the player on the court, I'm probably going to ask the ref, hey, is it okay? Can I run on the sideline now? Because players, they can't do that in big, late games like this. They'll run along the sideline to try to inbound the basketball. As it will be Maddox taking out the ball for the Lions.
That is a good point, though, Jordan, because, if you do that and you're not supposed to, then it's a travel, and it's the other team's ball. So
Hart has it. They will foul, so Trent Hart will go to the line to shoot 2 for Searcy to try to extend it to potentially a 5-point lead.
Knocked down a couple of big threes, one to end the third, one to start the fourth. 2 biggest shots of his season right here. Chance to potentially ice this thing if he can just knock down one.
First is good for Hart.
Huge shot.
Davis will check in for Mario and Searcy. They're probably going to put in all their height now. They need it. Need Hart to knock it down so Wimberly can check in for him. Hart's second will not go.
Can't foul if you're Searcy on a 3-point attempt in case it goes in and it's a 4-point play.
Ooh. Thought he might have just lost it. 7.5 to go here in the game. It's Brookland basketball once again.
Back in so he gets.
Lawson checks in for Hart. Give it over to the inside. It goes up and in.
Clock's still running, though. Clock's still running. That's going to be it. Just hold the ball. That's it.
And that's going to do it. Searcy, they will win their part of the Bank Classic 42-40. And that's a close one. Searcy winning by 2. And Samuel did mention, I think Maddox could have just held the ball. And I think that's what Quade's talking to him about right now. Just hold the ball. You need 10 seconds. And you had enough time to just hold it, making the situation more scary than it had to have been. Whew, what a game for these Lions. What a weekend. An overall week for both teams. The Lady Lions win 3-0 in their series. The Lions also win 3-0. Searcy wins 42-40. We'll get a player of the game here for you in just a moment. Nobody was in foul trouble, maybe except Clifton, but it really didn't matter in the end. Big game for these Lions. They came up with it. We'll grab Trent Hart. Let's get ready to send it over to Samuel in just a second. All right, we're ready. Go ahead. We'll send it over to you,
catching
Samuel.
that inbounds pass, making those free throws. What did it feel like?
It feels good, man. You know, I sat on the bench past 3 years, so it feels good to finally get my shot.
You guys go 3-0 in the Bank Classic this week. What does it mean to do that at home?
We ain't done that in a long time, so it means a lot to us. We've worked really hard this year. We got a good bunch, and, you know, man, just ready to do some more.
Thanks, man. Enjoy the win. Jordan.
Thank you, Samuel. And that's going to do it for us for this Searcy Bank Classic tournament. Thank you to everybody who tuned in over the past week. Searcy wins 42-40. I've been Jordan Jones. Samuel, my color commentator. Thank you so much, Samuel, for being able to step in. Searcy, what a basketball game, man. It's just very exciting. And that's going to close it out for us. And we will be back this upcoming week. We'll see you Thursday and Friday. Thursday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the girls will take on Lakeside. So we will see you then. Once again, thank you for everybody for tuning in. You've been watching Searcy Lion basketball here on Lion TV. Have a good weekend, everyone.